It's lovely to meet you.
Yes, nice to meet you.
Well, thank you for agreeing to talk to me
That's
today.
fine, yes,
I'm working with the art collection at the university to do these interviews, and they've asked me some questions to ask you, if that's okay.
fine, yes.
So they basically wanted to know if Mary ever visited the university during the commission of wall construction, or she just worked from photographs of the building.
Uh, I think just from photographs, as far as I know, she didn't visit. No, she never
Okay.
visited. Yes,
Yeah. And I think your dad visited
yes.
when it was launched, apparently. He went and saw it.
Yeah, I think I came with my father. I think we visited twice.
Right.
Once, once to the where it's been, once to the shop fitters where it's been made, and then to the launch. Yes, yeah. So
Right.
we came twice, at least two of us. Yeah.
So you saw it in situ where
I-
it was originally intended.
Yes, yes. You've seen
Yeah.
photographs of it there, have you? Have you seen photographs? Yeah,
I've seen videos of it, yeah, in the background where they used to hold concerts and things in the dining room.
I've seen that. Yes, yeah,
Yeah. But obviously it's been moved now because it was getting bumped where it was.
yes, yeah, yeah.
Okay, and then they also asked, do you remember her saying anything about how she felt about it being at the university or any of her dealings with the university?
Uh, no, no. I think she just dealt with Robert Hall, is it? Douglas Hall.
Yeah,
I think he was to do with commissioning it, wasn't he? As far as I know. So I
right.
think just Douglas Hall and Matilda Mitchell, possibly. I
Okay.
don't. All I know is she was the idea was as the university expanded that they could have more they could have one in each block, they can make more of them.
Yes, that was the plan. Yeah.
Yes,
I think this is the piece that was made as well, I believe is a modular construction. So I think that
yeah,
that could actually be split up, couldn't it, and moved around?
yeah, or just a whole new one made somewhere else. Yeah,
Yeah, that was the plan originally.
with a different permutation.
Yeah,
They'd be
yeah.
subtly different from each other. Yes, yeah.
And they also wanted to know if there was any correspondence that existed between the university and your mom.
I don't I don't think so, but I'll check that up. Yes, yeah,
Okay.
because I know there's like drawings because she considered having colour, didn't she? I think she did some colour drawings
Yeah.
and then did without colour. Yeah,
Yeah, decided against it. Yeah, they've got the Marquette there, I think,
yeah.
at the university as well.
Have you seen it?
I haven't yet, no.
Oh, I'll show it to you, whether, yeah,
I hope so one day, yeah. The whole reason I did this podcast on that particular piece of art is because it's my favorite piece of art at the university. So
good. Oh, nice. Thank you. Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask you what you felt about university art collections in general.
I think they're fine, aren't they? They're a good thing. It's nice. It's good to have, isn't it? It's good to have that display. Yeah,
Yeah. I think it encourages people that might not necessarily see some forms of art, and just
yeah,
as they're going about their business, they see it.
yeah. I think was it there's supposed to be more arts subjects at the university than there are now. There's not there's not many art subjects there being taught, is there?
No,
Oh,
none at Stirling, as far as I know, which is quite funny
yeah,
that they've got an art collection.
yeah, yes, yeah, yeah,
Yeah. So I was going to ask you as well, as an artist yourself as well, in this booklet, you said about running wild in the garden flat while your parents were working. And
yes,
I just wondered if you think, like, I was brought up in the 70s, so I was brought up like that as well. I was allowed out, and we got back when it was dark. And I just wondered if that kind of, you feel like that fosters creativity and that's missing today because everybody's on devices and
yeah, yes. I think so. Yes,
yeah.
I mean you could sort of say that children should be it should be sort of guided. Children shouldn't be left alone, but then we sort of were, and it seems better that way, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think it does. It does foster. If you get bored, you find something to stop
Yeah.
being bored about, don't you? And
Um,
that's creative.
we were sort of encouraged. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, when I went to boarding school, I'd come home for holidays, and my mother would give me all the comics that I missed, and then I'd sit around bored. So she got me to make drawings and stuff.
yeah,
She saw I was bored. I needed a bit of direction. So yeah,
yeah,
that's what
yeah.
happened. Yeah,
I think sometimes today, all the technology it takes away
yeah,
that option, doesn't it? To be bored and to have to think for yourself in a way.
yeah,
Everything's always there for you. You can watch something or do something. Or
yeah. Plus, you're allowed to go more wild in the streets
yeah,
than you are now. Yes, yeah.
yeah. Yeah. So also in that book, you wrote that they felt that their work should explain it all. You said that you thought they quite secretly liked writing. But what do you mean by that they felt their work should explain it all?
Only that, well, if you sort of explain it, then you think, well, what's the point of doing the work? If, say, you do a painting and then you've got to explain it all, then you think, like, well, why did I do the painting in the first place? Does that make sense?
Yeah, it totally makes sense. I just wondered with the abstract art though, how you instill a message into that, because obviously it being abstract, is that not then up to the person that's viewing it?
Yeah, it is, yes. So you just, yeah. So I suppose, yeah. I suppose some people like it and other people don't.
Yeah,
I mean, I think with my mother's work is, or maybe both my parents, is sort of when you look at it, it can be off-putting. I mean, the more you look at my mother's work, the more, it's just not clinical. It's very sort of handmade when you actually see her work.
yeah.
You can get the closer you look at it, the better, more interesting it becomes. And
It's
then,
actually funny. It's funny you saying that because when I first saw it, I thought it was very simple. And the
yeah,
more I've sat there and the more I've stared at it, the more
yeah,
complex I've realized it is. And then in Sam Gathercole's book, where he actually writes out the sequences, you
yeah, yeah,
realize how complex it
yes,
actually is.
yes, yeah, yes, yeah,
But it's a beautiful piece of work. I mean, it's yeah. And you were at the This Is Tomorrow exhibition as well. It says in there.
yeah,
And it tickled me that the artists all signed their name with TIT after,
yes,
which I thought was funny.
yes, yeah, yes, yeah.
That must have been an incredible event to be at. My granddad actually worked there, which I've only recently found out.
What was he, a technician or?
I guess, yeah, I guess he was just setting things up and like a
Yeah,
handyman kind of a person. Yeah,
yeah. I think because it was in August, it was in the school holidays, and so my brother and I we sort of had to go there every day,
yeah,
because nowhere else for us to go to. So
yeah.
yeah, that was, yeah, we just sort of roamed around. So that was, yeah,
It must have been a good childhood in the sense of you were immersed, like a lot of the things you said in that book about the music and the
yeah,
art and just being immersed in that world with your parents. That, I mean, that obviously rubbed
yeah,
off.
yeah. And it was just sort of normal. You didn't sort of think, why are they
Yeah,
playing this type of music? You didn't sort of, you just, if you know what I mean, it just seemed, yeah,
just normal.
you didn't, you didn't think about other people's childhoods being different. We were all, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So basically, do you want to tell me anything that you want to tell me about your mom and about the wall construction at Stirling? Like anything that you remember? You said you visited it twice. Was that on obviously done on two separate occasions?
yeah, yes, yeah, yes, yeah. All I can, yeah. So I think Matilda Mitchell looked after us, and then she had a cottage at the university. All I could sort of remember was, we were there for lunch. She said, "Oh, what would you like for lunch?" And we said, and then she just went down to the garden and picked the lunch, which was, you were not used to that in being in London all the time. So I think we were well looked after, and when it opened, I think it was a December day, there's like bright sunlight. So the sun was coming, the sun, the sun was streaming across the work. So it was reflecting the light, and it's quite sort of magical that. And she sort of died recently, and so we went to, so we had a trip to Liverpool for her um, John Moore's prize, when she won the prize, and then to Stirling. So we sort of kept busy doing these. Yeah,
Yeah. So did you come to Stirling recently then? Was that fairly recently?
have been since. I have a friend there who's partner taught at Stirling, so I have been a few times since. Yeah,
So have
since
you seen the wall construction in its new location in Crush Hall?
yes, yeah, yes, yeah.
And what do you think of it there?
Yeah, I think it's fine. I think it's a shame, like I said, the sunlight. You don't get, don't, it gets the sunlight on it, you know. I mean, it's a shame in a way, but I don't know what else you do.
Yeah, no, I've been thinking about that because I thought if you do put it lower down and try and encase it some way to protect it, it's gonna again detract from the
Yeah,
way it was
yeah,
designed to work.
yeah, yeah. It's sort of better not being encased, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, but then it'd get bumped again.
right. Yes, yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, is there anything like you want to say about any of like the wall construction or your mom or, growing up in that? I mean, this is basically anything you want to say about anything is
Right. Yes.
recorded for posterity.
Right, yeah. Yeah. I can't really think of. Obviously, it says like she's, people pick up on the word simplicity, don't they? So she liked things. Her work was sort of simplifying things, wasn't it? So yeah. So I think, yeah, I can't think of anything else offhand. I did. I sort of worked. I did work for a day a week at, I think, whilst I was still at art school.
Right.
So I made some of the works, and she did a series of 10 works which she didn't complete. So those were completed, and then they were shown in Edinburgh. I don't know if it's the same. Perhaps it was after the Stirling opening, but yeah, she showed it. They had a show it together at, well, the touring exhibition went to Edinburgh.
Yeah, is that the one that you
Yeah,
mentioned that was her last works, the expanding
yeah,
was that? Yes, that's
yeah,
and you
yes,
finished that one.
yeah, yes, yeah. So
Right.
then they were shown in Edinburgh. Yeah, with that chap was very enthused. I just can't remember the name. Was the chap who had the gallery in Edinburgh? He was very enthusiastic about it.
Right.
Yeah, I've seen the video of the gig at Stirling University. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. What do you personally think of her art then if you were involved in sort of creating some of it? And I mean, how does it make you feel as an artist?
Uh, when I did when I did for a long time, I did think my father's work was more interesting. And then sometime 10 or 20 years ago, I saw a friend of my parents, and she said she thought my mother's work was much more interesting, and it made me sort of re-look at it, you know. So so I've sort of reappraised it. You know, I think, yeah, I'm very sort of proud, and it's sort of nice to have, isn't it? Got that extra thing, haven't I? That yeah.
Yeah.
So it's sort of nice, and yeah, yeah, sometimes I find it comforting, for want of a better word, you know. So yeah,
Yeah. I actually understand that. It must be nice having kind of that legacy of work that you can look back on.
yeah, yes, yeah. And then there's
Yeah.
also all the realistic work they did, and drawings and stuff, like family drawings of babies and things. Yeah, so yeah,
Right. Was any of that in any exhibitions or is that just all personal stuff?
that's sort of personal. Yeah, it could be. Yeah, could be. Probably get shown at some point. Yes. Yeah. 'Cause when my father went abstract, he did a whole series of works which haven't been shown.
Right.
And I suppose I just have this thing. My father went abstract, and then my mother just sort of followed suit. She didn't have to do she didn't have all the angst about it. She just,
Right.
um, yeah,
Yeah, I read that in the book that you said somebody advised against it because there wasn't any money in it.
yeah, yes, yeah, yeah. So they were, yeah, lots of fellow artists had like money behind them, but my parents didn't have any. So yeah,
It's crazy, isn't it, that artists never get appreciated while they're alive
mm,
generally, and their work makes very little money, and then after they die, it
yes, yeah,
goes crazy.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. It's strange. I don't think there's any other kind of job that
no,
happens in, is there?
no, yeah.
Yeah. I've actually got your book as well here. I've got
All right, yes,
this one which I find absolutely fascinating based
right,
on the maps.
all right, yes. You found it somewhere,
I did. Yeah, I've been searching. Like I actually did an interview with Toby Patterson, who sends his regards,
right?
um,
Yeah,
and said to mention him to you. And yeah, he's got lots and lots of books that I haven't been able to source yet,
right, yes, yeah, yeah,
but he was
yeah,
showing them to me because
yeah,
there's lots of work obviously I haven't seen. This is all new
yes,
to me because
yes,
it's quite funny. I think some of the artists in residence at Stirling University, when I interviewed some of those about this, they didn't realize that was a piece of art. They thought it was part of the building,
right, yes, yeah.
which I think actually your mum might have liked because I
It's
think she liked the fact that it was integrated in the building so well.
yes, and she had a commission for a construction in Belfast. Have you read about that one? She did a.
No,
She had. Yeah, she had a few. She was commissioned for. Well, she had a. She had a friend. They had a friend who was an architect. They met. Well, my father went in the 50s when he was doing his research. He was at Tirantis bookshop in London, and then Mr. Tirantis said to him, "Oh, there's someone here I think you should meet." So introduced him to this architect who like supported called John Weeks, who my parents worked for. This is tomorrow they worked with him, so he became like a. And then my mother was commissioned for a construction hospital in Belfast, and it's a wall construction. So just used all the materials that the hospital was being made of.
right,
Same time, so it's in the entrance hall, and then it got during the troubles, it got taken over by the army. Then I heard that it just been demolished. They just demolished it, and what happened was because it was in the entrance, it was a security risk. Anyway, a sniper could have just hid behind it, and
right,
heard what happened was there was an artist in residence there who said, "Oh, you can't. That's a Mary Martin. You can't just knock it down." So they moved it to the park. And in fact, at one point I did go to try and find it at some point and got conducted by a soldier to the hospital, and it wasn't there. But it got taken to the park, and then all I saw was, I think Sam Gathercole took a picture of it, and then I saw an aerial photograph of the park with a pile of rubble in the photograph. And I think what happened was because it was in the park, it was weather. It only had a certain time it could survive, so the weather just sort of destroyed it.
right.
But so it doesn't exist anymore. But in fact, someone could remake it. But so
Yeah,
it just used building material, so it could be, yeah. So that's a bit sad because there are not many. I can't think of any other public commissions of her work. There are,
yeah.
yeah,
You mean in situ like that?
literally, yeah,
Right.
yeah,
Yeah. No, that's terrible. No,
yeah,
I didn't know that.
yes, yeah,
I mean, I
truly,
think, like as you said earlier, I think a lot of the focus was always on your dad's work, and kind of rightly so as well. I mean, it's amazing.
yeah,
But yeah, I mean, do you think your mom felt like, I don't, I mean, not that she couldn't work, but that she was too busy to kind of make art? Or, I mean, was it when you and your brother got older that she really kind of started making art again?
yeah, yes. I think she said she stopped like for a year. She stopped for a year or two to have children. Yeah, I think then, but yeah, I think yes. Once we, but she need there was more space for her to do the work, in the
Yeah.
didn't
Mm.
have her own studio. So it was later on, yeah, that yeah, she was able to do that. Yes,
But
I
it
think.
sounds like you had a happy childhood, like a
Yeah,
really,
no, I think it was, yeah, it was good, sort of, yeah. I was going to say privilege, but yeah, and I suppose I think I sort of ended up doing art by didn't really. It wasn't sort of planned. It just sort of seemed to happen by chance.
yeah, I saw that in the book that it said you wanted to do architecture and you wanted to do maths, but they wouldn't let you do both maths and art.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was daft, wasn't it? So
Yeah,
that's what
and the stupid thing is, it hasn't changed any today. You
it
still can't do like all the artistic subjects in one block. They make you
was.
do.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's silly. But have you ever regretted being an artist?
Um, I probably regret. I probably regret not being an architect. Not having done that. That's the only thing. I think you know, it's a good sort of education in a way, art, isn't it? It's good if you want to be in a rock band or something.
Yeah, good if
Yeah,
you want to be more creative.
yeah, yeah.
I think
Seriously,
both art and architecture both leave a legacy though, and I think like the art that your like parents made was sort of, it was also almost kind of, a sort of bedfellow with architecture, wasn't it? It was part of architecture a lot of the time.
yes, yeah, yes, yeah. I could look through my file for Stirling and see if there's anything interesting for the university to yeah,
Now that would be amazing. That would be incredible. And if there is any correspondence between the university,
yeah,
and
yeah,
yeah,
yes.
your mom, that would be fantastic as well. That would be great.
This is unusual for them to have the maquette. Normally the maquette stays with the artist, so
Right,
unusual for that. But
right.
I think it's yeah,
I think they actually did have it on display for a while
yeah,
somewhere. They did like a, and they, I think because I've done this, it's quite funny. Everybody I've spoken to has kind of now revisited either their own work or Mary's work, and the university are now thinking, what could we actually do with that? I think one of the issues is that keeping it safe because it's so large. You know
yeah,
that what if they move it, it's
yeah,
quite a thing to move it and keep it intact.
yeah.
It feels like a weight on your shoulders. I don't know whether obviously you
Yeah.
feel that carrying this legacy that you've got maybe as well, but
Yeah, it's a bit of that, yes, at times.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's because it's
difficult.
documenting history, isn't it? And something that it's very important as well. I feel I spoke to Sam quite a lot about this, about because I think it originated in communism, the
Yeah,
constructivism movement. I
yeah,
feel like it wasn't I'd never heard of it, and I don't feel like it was promoted in the way it maybe could have been promoted,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
possibly because of its roots, because of where it originated. I don't know.
yeah, yes. I'm
Yeah.
not sure how my father thought about that because he said he sort of said they were constructionists rather than constructivists.
Yeah.
And my mother just said they were they were misunderstood in the 50s. But I don't quite understand that. But yeah, I think they were. Yeah,
No, that's what I was talking to Sam about. I felt like they were
yeah,
slightly swept under the carpet in the sense that
yeah,
because I feel like their whole way of thinking about it was completely different, obviously, to its origins.
Yeah,
in
yeah,
that they wanted to kind of integrate art into buildings and into, like, outside spaces and make it more
yeah,
accessible, really.
yeah, yes, yeah.
Is there anything else you want to say before I wrap
Well,
the interview up?
if I think of anything, I'll let you know.
That'd be great, yeah, and
Same.
thank you so much for
Yeah,
talking to me.
okay. Pleasure. Yeah, yeah. And yeah, do get in touch whenever. Yeah, happy to talk. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But thank you so much. It's
Yeah.
been lovely talking to you.
Thank you. All the best.
And you. Bye.
Bye.
This podcast was created by Nicola Foley and hosted on Buzzsprout with music from Pixabay. A big thank you to Paul Martin for speaking to me, and join me again next time. I really appreciate you being here with me.